Hi Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 21st through the 27th. This is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this after the time frame that's listed here. That's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to, whenever it's time to hear the messages. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. We do have a new moon in Sagittarius coming up on the 23rd. So we're going to connect and see what these new moon vibes may be bringing your way, what you may be feeling and experiencing, as well as just messages for Capricorn. So we're going to move you all just a little bit closer here and see what we have coming up for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Nope. Well, you know what? Maybe that was Spirit's way of saying there's going to be some love messages here. Typically, I do love reading separately, so I don't usually set the intention for Venus in the weekly, but sometimes love does come up. So if you're here as a Capricorn Venus, there could potentially be here something for you. We'll see. Ooh, your first card here is Ten of Pentacles. I love it. Okay. So when we're talking about new moon energy, new moon is very much about manifesting, calling things in. So Capricorn, you may be calling things around physical security and finance. But what's super exciting to have this card come up when we're looking into manifestation energy is that the Ten of Pentacles is a card of manifestation. 10 is a number of completion. The Pentacles are the energy, the physical world, the physical form. So 10 of Pentacles kind of comes in with that sense of the things coming into fruition, things coming into existence, things being stabilized. So you may have things happening not just this week, but in the coming weeks where you're like, oh my goodness, I actually manifested something. I've been thinking about that, or I've been wishing for that, or praying for that, or oh my gosh, I had that very thing on my vision board, and now here it is here in my reality. I get to have it. I get to keep it. So you may be seeing things come into fruition pretty quickly here. You may be on a fast track to manifestation. And 10 of Pentacles is stability, security, generations coming together, celebrating special occasions, holidays, traditions, birthdays. So there could be a sense of creating a sense of family in your life. Now, family is not always flesh and blood, right? So it could be a sense of family in terms of aligning with soul family, or like friends who are like family, having people that you can spend time with, that you can celebrate the good times with. One thing I feel, Capricorn, you guys, and this is coming in intuitively right now, you guys are going to be breaking out of this energy where there's like good things happen for you and the people in your life try to one up you, or they try to downplay the accomplishment, or they just don't seem happy for you, right? Like maybe you've had experiences in your life where there's supposed to be a celebration dinner in your honor, or some kind of special occasion in your honor, but there's just somebody who comes in and just poops all over it, and or just, makes it seem like it's not that big of a deal. I feel here with this 10 of Pentacles, I almost feel like a 3 of Cups vibe, or a 4 of Wands vibe, where there's people celebrating with you and they're genuinely happy, and they can stand to allow you to receive some attention. They can stand to allow you to be in the spotlight. So I feel a sense here of like people to celebrate with, people to share good news with, people to share good times with. And so this Ten of Pentacles is stable, secure foundation here, and it's breaking out of that feast or famine financial cycle. Sometimes we go through these cycles. When money's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's really bad. And there's never really much of an in-between. 10 of Pentacles, you're breaking out of that. You're coming into consistent stability. Money is always going to fluctuate. Money is always going to come and go. And there's always going to be times when there's more money coming in than other times. But when you're in this 10 of Pentacles energy, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to phase you because you're so established. like the big corporations, they always do their quarters, right? Their yearly quarters, and they'll compare and they'll say, oh, we're down this quarter this year than we were this time last year, or we didn't make as much this quarter as last quarter. But it's not going to break them. It's not the end of anything for them. They're all right. They're going to do just fine. So there could be something here where you're coming into the stability or the security, where you're breaking out of feast and famine kind of energy. Next card here is Judgment. This is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are going to come up when we may be feeling called or pulled in a direction. We may be answering a calling. We may be coming upon some pretty big crossroads here where we're looking at big decisions in life, like big changes in direction. Like you were headed a certain way and now you're like, well, I don't know if I want to go that way. Maybe I want to go in this very different way, and something's pulling me in this direction. So there could be here some crossroads you're coming upon with some big decisions. I do feel here, Capricorn, like there's some success coming your way, or there's gonna be something spread about you, like oh my gosh, did you hear Capricorn landed this or landed that, or oh my gosh, did you hear Capricorn did this or did that. You may have accomplished something big recently, or you may be accomplishing something big recently. You might land some really impressive job, or your business might really take off, or maybe you bought a home, or just something that maybe people didn't think you would do, or something that is a big deal to other people. I feel it's something in terms of financial and work and physical. I feel like you're coming into a time where people are just coming up and, hey, Capricorn, remember me? I just feel like people are falling out of the woodwork. Like people are back from the dead. And they're just like wanting to be in your life. And some of them are even coming to you knowing that they wronged you. And they're coming to you with an apology. And I do feel that this is where it's going to be hard. I think for a lot of the people that you're dealing with, you're going to know, oh, well, they're only sorry because now my life is good. They're only sorry because they want to benefit from all the good things that I've been working for, right? Some of these people are genuinely sorry. And I feel that's where it's going to be difficult for you to basically say, too little, too late. I do feel that you will. I do feel that you will say too little, too late. But I feel like you're going to have a hard time letting some of these people know too little, too late. Or like it's going to hurt you. Like you're going to feel bad, or you're going to hurt for them. You're going to feel sorry for them when you're rejecting them or turning them away. But something you have to keep in mind, Capricorn, that's their karma. That's not your karma to worry about or to deal with. Your lesson right now here is manifesting the life that makes you happy, to be in your success, to be in your abundance, to follow your intuition. You can't be worried about the consequences someone else is dealing with for mistreating you or mistreating others even. And so I feel like you're going to have to learn to just let that go and not replay it in your head, and not be like, oh, I feel so bad for this person. I feel so sorry for this person. Sure, they are toxic, but you know what? Once upon a time, I was toxic and I didn't know that I was toxic. So they probably didn't know they were being toxic. But look, Capricorn, how many lessons have you had to learn through the school of hard knocks? And there was nobody there to coddle you and to pamper you through it. So you need to understand and know that you don't have to feel bad about that. And you can't rescue other people from their lessons. You can't rescue other people from their karma. And so I feel some of you are feeling also like looking at the people in your life currently and making judgments about who's going to stay and who's going to go. Um, you may be also making big judgments here around, like, am I going to have a family? Or am I going to have another child? Am I going to be single? Am I going to be married? Am I going to be settled? Like, I feel like you're looking at your life in a very long-term kind of way, like in the long term. You're not thinking of just the moment. You're not seeing the future as a distant thing anymore. Um, you know time is ticking, and so you just have this mindset of, what do I want to do, and I need to get serious about it. If I want to be single, I got to get serious about getting out of this relationship. If I want to be married, and if I want to have a family, if I want to have kids, I got to start getting serious about manifesting that. I got to start getting serious about who I'm spending time with, where I'm hanging out, what I'm doing, where I'm meeting people, to align with uh, somebody who's going to come in with the energy of marriage and family. And so I feel like your focus, you're looking at your focus, and you're making these decisions about what you're wanting your masterpiece to look like, what you're wanting this painting to look like when it's finished. The next card that's coming, oh, oh, weren't we just talking about the Four of Wands? Don't you love it when that happens? I just said I felt a Four of Wands vibe, and here it is. So Four of Wands can be a reunion. It could be returning home, back to the place of your childhood, or back where you grew up, being around family. And when it comes up in this way, and it is the holidays, so some of you may be traveling or going back home, but when it comes up in this way, it's like it's a time that you're seeing how far you've come and how much you've accomplished since you've been away. It may, like, you haven't been giving yourself enough credit, and it might kind of occur to you on this go around, on this trip, like you're seeing, wow, all right, I may still have work to do, I may still be a work in progress, but my God, have I come a long way. You may see things in certain family members where you're like, ooh, wow, they don't see. They're very much asleep. They're very much unaware, or they're very much toxic. And you recognize that now, where before you wouldn't. And you're like, yeah, I used to do that too, but I don't do that anymore. Or you just might see like just low vibration or lack mentality, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I'm not in that low vibration anymore. I'm so glad I'm not in that lack mentality anymore. And then you begin to realize and see all the things you've accomplished, and you're like, I'm doing a pretty good job. I've come a really long way. And you're able to give yourself a pat on the back. Four of Wands can also be special occasions, celebrations, gatherings. You may receive an invitation to a party, a wedding, a reunion of some kind. And Four of Wands can say this is a good thing for you, because it's going to give you a chance to have a good time and meet people, and it can be positive in this way. Four of Wands can also be a wedding. So sometimes this can come up where you may be manifesting a wedding. You may be manifesting marriage. Four of Wands also comes up for me in my readings when you're breaking out of the cycle of lovers. So what do I mean by that? Lovers can be people with whom we have a strong past life connection. We have a strong soulmate connection. There may be very real and very obvious affection between these two people. You may feel how much this person loves you. You may have great love for them, and you may have amazing chemistry together. But the relationship never really sees the light of day. Or if you try to, it doesn't move forward. This person doesn't mesh well or mix in with your daily life, and you don't mesh in or mix well with their daily life. You're not headed in the same direction. So it's hard for the relationship to take root in the real world. It's like when you're together, you're off in this beautiful world together. It's like this escape, and it's great. But when you try to turn that into everyday life, It doesn't happen because in this life, you're on different paths. So when I see the Four of Wands, this is a partner with whom you have the love, you have the affection, you have the chemistry, you have all of the things you had with the lover. But in this lifetime, you two are headed in the same direction. You do want the same things. And so it's a relationship that can actually become making a home together. Maybe you've tried living with a lover and that was a nightmare, right? Because you weren't on the same page. The relationship wasn't rooted. It wasn't grounded. You didn't know if this person was coming or going. There wasn't a sense of home. There was just this weirdness in the atmosphere. But with the Four of Wands, it's home. It's like making a home with someone. Stability, security. You might say, Amethyst, I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to be single. Four of Wands is still stability and security. There was a time this card was like, it kept coming up. I couldn't escape from it. Every time I pulled a card for myself, I'd get the Four of Wands. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I'm getting married. And I did have around that time a couple of offers, but the people were not right for me at all. I just knew it would have been a disaster. And I said no. But what ended up happening is I finally had the ability to put down some roots and to have a place of my own and to have stability. Before that, it was just kind of, I was a feather in a whirlwind and I was just getting blown about, and I was here and I was there. I was in this state and that state, staying with this person, staying with that person, and I just couldn't get grounded. I couldn't get settled in anywhere. And then all of a sudden, things came together, things panned out, and I was able to create a sense of home for myself and as a single person. And so Four of Wands came up for me before in that way, establishing a sense of home and stability and abundance. And so this is something that is, again, having to do with security and having people in your life that you can celebrate the good times with, creating a sense of family. The next card here is the Six of Wands, and this is victory. This is overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles, vindication, validation. Some of you may have, vindication or validation from one of these people resurfacing and apologizing, or just being proud of your accomplishments and seeing how far you've come because you haven't been giving yourself enough credit. And I feel like you're going to realize, wow, I've really done a lot and I'm proud of me, and you're about to do a lot more. This is only the beginning of it. So enjoy it. You might want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a list in the description that will take you to the scheduling page so that you can check those out for the other zodiac signs. There's also a list that will, I'm sorry, I said scheduling page. There's a list in the description box of this video that will take you to the playlist for the other videos. There's also a list for the scheduling page if you want to schedule a private reading. It will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. There's also a list in the description that will take you to the love readings for November. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.